The weather, not the news, Sarah. That's what we do. You do the weather. That's much better that way.
Oh, good morning, Charlie. That time of the morning, isn't it? Yeah, I'll stick to the weather for this morning. And it's looking a little bit changeable, in fact. Believe it or not, it has been the warmest June on record here in the UK, but certainly hasn't felt that way over the past few days. It's been a bit more cool and showery, and that theme continues through the weekend as well. So this is how we start the day in Keswick. We've got quite a lot of low clouds and drizzle around there. As we move through the course of the day, similar to tomorrow as well, in fact, we're going to see blustery showers and sunny spells. Now, most of the showers are going to be across northern parts of the UK through the weekend. Sunnier conditions generally developing towards the south, so bear with the weather. On the satellite image, you can see this area of cloud that brought us the rain yesterday, the drizzle overnight, but it clears away and we've got a clearer slot here on the satellite image, so some brighter skies will start to move in. But this is how it's been over the past few hours. You can see speckled blue really across the map. So we start off with some patchy light rain and drizzle, more persistent rain for the Western Isles, up towards the Northern Isles, for instance, as well. I think wherever you are, you'll notice the strength of the breeze coming in from a west or northwesterly direction today. So sunny spells and showers, most of them for Scotland, Northern Ireland too. England and Wales, we'll see the showers tending to ease away through the day, so a fair amount of dry weather there. And the warmest conditions in the south up to about 22 or 23 degrees, but further north we're typically looking at the mid to high teens. Now, through the afternoon, things will brighten up at Lords as well for the Ashes. So this morning, there's a lot of cloud out there, may get a little bit of drizzle, but I think plenty of play through the day. Temperatures up to about 22, but again, that breeze, a real feature of the weather. Now into this evening and overnight, then most of those showers tending to fade away. Still some persistent rain and some strong winds across the north of Scotland. Gusts here about 50 miles per hour. It'll be a touch cooler than the night we've just seen, so temperatures just about getting down into single figures for some of us as we head into tomorrow morning. Now through the day tomorrow, similar to today, because we've got low pressure sitting just to the north of the UK. The wind's rotating around that area of low pressure, so they're driving in more showers. Again, most frequent across parts of Scotland, some for Northern Ireland. The north of Scotland, pretty wet and windy, but further south, you're likely to see a good deal of dry weather, plenty of sunshine, noticeable westerly breeze, but perhaps not quite as strong as it is today. So temperatures tomorrow probably just down a notch, so we're looking at about 14 to 17 in the north, 18 to 22 further south. And then further ahead into the new working week then, well, things remaining reasonably unsettled because low pressure not too far away. It's just sitting out towards the northeast, but we'll see a few fronts moving around that area of low pressure. So Monday itself, more showers to come across parts of Scotland from the word go. Some further showers moving in from the west later in the day, probably staying dry towards the east, but not particularly warm, around 14 to 22 degrees. Charlie and Naga.